I was just reading an article that Gwen Stefani says that she didn't even know who Blake Shelton was before The Voice.
I believe that.
Like, she had no clue.
I 1,000% believe that.
She was living in her rocker years, you know. Mm-hmm. Now she's got a new album out. She was on the Today Show last week. And she said that...
it's not country.
It's kind of country, though.
No, she says it's like more of a 70s vibe.
I don't know. I heard the song.
And you think it sounds country?
I thought it did.
She said, she's like, it's not country. She's like, I'm influenced by country because of my husband, but...
I wanted to tour again with No Doubt. Man, I saw them in like 95 at a Jingle Ball in New York when I was working at the station there, and she was awesome. She climbed the freaking scaffolding on the stage and was singing I'm Just a Girl from the top of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, how was your weekend? So Friday night, Lauren and I got together with my wife and our friend Jessica Maingum, and her husband came over, our psychic medium, because we've always talked about, getting together in a social environment. She wanted to meet our partners, although Dallas couldn't make it.
I know. So we didn't have childcare, so Dallas was hanging in with the kids. And it was great, though. It was nice. I was really tired. I felt bad that I wasn't, like, more jovial, but I was, like,
there was a lot going
fumes.
on. Yeah, and there was a lot of conversation going on around the table, and a lot of wine was being drank.
Yes.
And Lauren said, I'll do a charcuterie board. And Amanda's like, all right, well, with Lauren's charcuterie board and some of the food that I have, we should have enough. Lauren brought over a charcuterie board that would have fed an entire football team. Oh, it was so good. And
it was something I whipped together.
It's something you whipped together. Man, oh, man. And so Amanda's like, at the end of the night, we put the charcuterie board in the refrigerator, and she's like, I cannot believe how much stuff Lauren went out and did for the charcuterie board. It's huge. Mm-hmm. I go, Lauren doesn't do anything small.
No.
Her Christmas tree is not small. Her car collection's not small. Her home's not. Everything is big.
You don't have a car collection, by the way.
You do have a car. How many cars are in your driveway?
One is mine, one is my husband's, and one is the nanny's.
And one is for your husband's work.
No, there's only...
always...
His car is from work.
If you drive past my house, it's clearly only me and my wife that live there. There's no activity. You drive past Loren's house at any given time, there's 7 to 8 cars in the driveway.
I have 3 people who live there.
You have 2 people that showed up that didn't even live there, that treated your house like a rest stop this last week.
I did.
I know.
And my mind was blown because I woke up one morning and there was a car in the driveway and I was like, whose car is this?
Yeah, who's staying at my house?
Yeah.
Turned out to be your sister-in-law who's, I guess, driving and was too tired to keep going.
Yep. So, she apparently knew how to get in. So here we are.
Everybody knows that.
We went and volunteered and helped with Sensory Santa, not Secret Santa.
Oh, great.
This weekend for the Autism Strong Foundation, which is, I have to say, is really cool. Because if you do have a child on the spectrum, it is very hard to go to the mall and wait in line with your kids to see Santa. And, sometimes they just have a lot of sensory issues. So if you're at the mall, there's too much going on for them.
And then maybe they'll shut down when you wait all that time to get on Santa's lap. They freak. Yeah.
And maybe you need more time than just the 2 minutes to run up, take a picture, and give Santa your short list. So we provide an environment because families would just skip it. I have to be honest with you. They would just say and I've even been there. When Cash was first diagnosed, I was like, I don't think we're doing Santa pictures this year. There's just no way. And this is an environment where the kids can take their time. I was on the floor rolling cars to Santa, and Santa was rolling them back so that the kids would get more involved. We were blowing bubbles. It needs to be quiet for some kids, and it was really nice to see.
Where was it?
So Lennar Homes actually lent us one of their model
showrooms,
homes.
Or a model home. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Then there's not too many people around, and that's great.
It was really great.
I love that. Friday night, I had Lauren over, our psychic medium friend Jessica Maingum, and her husband Chad, who he plays ice hockey as well. And he's trying to get me to come play hockey with him in his league, and it's like the same issue that I've always had. The hockey leagues in Charlotte are so dang late. Nobody must have to wake up early for their jobs.
Well, no, I thought he said that there was a Friday noon league or something.
There is, but even that's hard for me to get to the Friday noon league. I mean, I can make it happen, but it just seems like for some reason the hockey times are not good for me. And therefore I moved my hockey equipment down from my attic to play in a summer league. I actually signed up and paid for a summer hockey league
and then never
played
paid
in no games. I was a sub, so I only paid half. And I would keep getting a text message. You guys aren't going to believe this, but there's no subs needed this week. And then if there was a sub, I wasn't around.
So do they not refund you at that point?
I asked.
I guess that's a no.
Yeah, because I had to pay for my jerseys. So that's basically where my money went. So I have 2 jerseys sitting with my friend Mike at his house. And I haven't gotten my jerseys. I hadn't had to wear them. Anyway, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, they fought on Friday night after LauRen left.
And everybody apparently saw Mike Tyson's tushy.
Yeah, because there was major buffering issues with the fight.
But here's the problem. Why are you doing an interview in a jockstrap?
It's just,
put some pants on. It's your fault we saw it all. I would never, ever do an interview in my bra and panties, assuming that it was just like a neck up interview. And then when I walked away, be mad or be upset. I don't think he was mad or upset.
No.
But assume that the camera wouldn't catch that.
Yeah. No, by the way, he was talking to his son. It was Tyson's son who interviewed him. And so Mike gave him a kiss, turned around, and then the Netflix buffered. And the pre-fights and the setup was worse than the actual fight itself.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see the fight, but I heard that the actual Tyson-Paul fight was awful. That Tyson
it was glitchy and buffery.
Well, no, I just heard that it looked sad. It was sad.
The fight itself was awful. But from a standpoint of Netflix, the buffering was in the pre-fight. It was a lot of buffering and freezing. Those were a lot of complaints. And I don't think during the fight there was many buffering or complaints. But I watched it along with 60,000 other people watched it. But a lot of people, like my buddy on my text chain, was like, I turned it off because I couldn't get it at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, it was terrible. But Mike Tyson's bare butt really won the night. He turned around.
He may have lost the fight, but his bum won the night.
He turned around, walked away, and everybody saw his bare butt because we were all frozen on it. So by the way, Tyson was 58. Jake Paul is 27.
Yeah.
Neither one of them knocked each other out.
It went to decision, right?
It went to decision. And before the fight was over, the last 6 or 7 seconds, Jake Paul started bowing to Mike Tyson to show him the love and gratitude.
He's like, I don't want to knock you out, dude.
I just
wanted to make billions of dollars.
I know. But that would have been awesome if he was bowing and Tyson just nailed him. Oh, that would have been so good. It is the Maney LauRen Morning Show. Okay, so you're going to spend 40 minutes today, according to SWNS Digital, wishing you were somewhere else. A poll found that the average person spends 40 minutes a day wishing they were somewhere else or planning for their next vacation. LauRen.
You know that mine is way more than 40 minutes a day.
The average, by the way, is 40 minutes a day. That turns out to 4 hours and 42 minutes a week.
That's more like it for me on an average day.
You spend 4 hours a day?
Yeah.
And especially as the weather gets colder, we think about it even more. The average in winter is 46 minutes a day. Here's the top 10 places we wish we were right now.
The Caribbean.
Somewhere that involves really good food.
Okay.
At a festival, concert, or sporting event. At a cultural or historical location.
I don't hear anything about a beach on there.
Spending time, well, I'm only at 7. Spending time in a theme park. On an adventure trip. Camping. On an island. A mountain cabin.
Are they crazy?
Driving on a road trip. These are the places you wish you were right now. Number 1, the beach.
Oh, okay. You went backwards. I gotcha. Okay.
I have a beach beef with LauRen because we have my wife and I, I'm turning 50 this year and Amanda's turning 40, and we planned a 40-50 beach getaway in January. And LauRen wants to get to the beach so bad, yet she's not going to this particular trip because she doesn't have her +1. Her husband's going to be working.
I feel weird going on a trip with a bunch of couples and I'm there single.
My buddy Sorelli might be coming alone. You can hang with him.
So that's good.
Yeah, you guys can hang together.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. Then I have to stay in a room by myself and I don't know. It's weird. And no, I'm not bunking with Sorelli.
No, I didn't expect you to bunk with Sorelli. He's got a girlfriend and you're married. But you guys can hang out together. And, you're going to be so mad.
Why?
Because I'm going to be gone.
Well, I might go see my mom if you're going to be gone.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see.
All right, let's see what's going on. These are all from this past weekend on our vent line.
Look, I'm a teacher. Parents, we do not wake up in the morning thinking of ways to make your children angry or be mean. They would just listen and do what we ask them to do. Things would go so much smoother. And you backing them up saying, oh, well, they should be able to do that. Just not a thing, okay? Need a little more support there. Thanks, guys.
Ooh. Parents.
She's not wrong.
Not backing up their teachers, backing up their children, yeah.
I hate people who park too.
By the way, let me just go back to that point. My parents never stood up for me when I was a kid. Like if I was acting up in class,
Yeah.
my parents were never like, "There's no way he would do that."
No, I always say there's always a possibility.
There is.
Yeah.
And in my case, it was most likely.
I hate people who park too close to my car. Those white lines are there for a reason.
Yeah, to cross
Stay
over.
between them. I always have to climb out the
She's talking
passenger
about you,
side of my
Maney.
car at work, and it's killing me. It's stay within the line. How hard is that?
Am I the only person that's tired of verifying that I'm not a robot?
Oh, wait, hold on. We didn't put enough of a space.
No.
They're two separate thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about that one though, because Maney does that.
The
where
lines.
He parks over the line, and he says he does it to give the person next to him room. But
Well,
then,
hold on a second. You're not putting it in the right perspective.
Okay.
At work, in our parking garage, I don't do this at, the store that's got the best parking in all of the land, Trader Joe's.
oh, that's terrible.
No, that I
there.
don't do. But here at work, yes, I park one spot kind of so everybody has more room if you all follow my lead.
But then Maney will leave, and I'll do the same thing. So I'll go a little closer to Maney just because he gave the room and I'm trying to give somebody else the room. But then when he leaves before me and I come down, the person who pulls into that spot pulls in perfectly, and they're so close to my car.
They haven't followed my rule of moving down.
They don't know you're
Am I
right.
the only person that's tired of verifying that I'm not a robot? I hate those things. There's always like a little piece of a car that I missed, or vice versa.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
think
Same,
something's
girl.
a bike or a motorcycle, and it's actually a bicycle, and then you have to do the whole thing over again.
Traffic light.
Click on
Yeah.
the motorcycle, click on the bike, click on the car. There's always going to be a piece of something else that throws the whole thing off, and you have to start from scratch. Drives me nuts.
Hi.
That's
She's
funny.
not wrong.
Hi. Okay, so something that has been, really bothering me is airplanes. Like, the whole experience of going on a flight, it's too expensive. It's too uncomfortable. Like, they just shove you in.
You got to go
They're just-
first class, girl.
You're paying so much money to be shoved in and being uncomfortable the whole time. And it's like, stop. Like, I don't know. Maybe there should be, flights where everybody's quiet. Then at least it's you could pick a flight where no one talks. And then at least you could be uncomfortable and it's quiet. I don't know what the answer is. That's my rant for the day.
LauRen, all women on the vent line this weekend. Maybe some guys can load it up for us this week, and we'll play it back again on Friday morning.
Yeah, we had a lot to say this week.
That's right. What is the vent line phone number?
704-666-1922.
Hi, Ruby. Good morning. How are you? Today is National Princess Day.
It is?
Yeah. Who's your favorite princess of all?
Your favorite princess of all.
Who would it be? Who
It's
were
a
you?
hard one.
Who were you dressed up as for Halloween this year?
Stumped her.
No, I don't. It's not Cinderella.
Is it Elsa?
Oh,
Jasmine?
you were dressed up as Cinderella, but that's not your favorite princess. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Ariel.
Belle.
Belle.
Wow, threw a
Good.
curveball in there.
Belle made the top list. They did a poll
She did.
on Disney's Princess Day, and Ariel was number one. Cinderella, Jasmine, Snow White, Belle, and Moana rounded out the top. Those are all good.
No Elsa?
No Elsa. Elsa did not make
Really?
the top 6.
What?
That is devastating.
That is devastating.
Who would you kick out? Snow White? She's kind of boring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Old
I'm not
school.
into it.
Yeah, we could kick out Snow White. The dwarfs were the better people in that show. Only one Disney princess has a tattoo. Who is that?
Moana.
No.
No?
Nope. Pocahontas.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
And a princess saves a prince in one movie. Which one is it? Belle from Beauty and the Beast is the first princess to save her prince when she transforms the beast back into a human. How about that?
There you go, Ruby.
There you go. All right, Ruby. Wow everybody at school today with those facts, okay? I love you. Happy Princess Day.
Bye.
Bye. There you go. There's my 6-year-old daughter, Ruby. She dressed up as Cinderella, but she wanted to let me know that that's not her favorite
Right.
princess. That was just a vibe I had for Halloween. A lot of people are saying that Elsa didn't make the top princess list because she's technically a queen. Queen Elsa.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then someone said Moana's not a princess. You need to kick her out of the top list of princesses on National Princess Day.
Well, Maui calls her a princess.
And I will not get into a discussion where we have to decide which princesses we are keeping or kicking out. We want you to weigh in on this conversation that LauRen is bringing to the table in regards to, what is it, something simple that turned into a big fight?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so if you have gotten into this position with maybe your significant other, it doesn't really even have to be your significant other. It could be your children, anybody who lives in your house, Oma, grandma, whatever. And something was said, or it just started off as something little and then kind of snowballed from there, because a simple comment really went the distance on Friday. So I took a tennis lesson Friday afternoon, and it was by far the worst I've ever played.
Oh.
Like maybe ever. And we were trying to work something out, but it felt so bad. And then the little thing that we were trying to work out snowballed into the rest of my game, and I just couldn't get it back together.
Right.
So
tennis is very mental.
It is very mental.
It's a very mental game.
Mm-hmm. And being a dancer, I'm a big proponent of muscle memory. So if it doesn't feel right while I'm doing it, I'm like, I have to stop. I can't, because then I'm going to learn bad habits.
And by the way, your tennis pro, your teacher is going to charge you regardless if you have a good lesson or not.
Exactly.
So it's better off to have a good lesson.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I hear you. So you're frustrated.
So I get in the car after I'm done, and I text Dallas, man, I played absolute dog poo today.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Dallas responds, it's better than working. And I was like, what? I almost came through the phone. I felt myself leave my body, because I was like, I worked a whole 8-hour day at this point and then snuck in a tennis lesson on the way home. It's not like I've been playing hooky all day and didn't do anything.
Right,
okay?
right. Yeah, and he's like, I'm sitting here working, so whether you had a good lesson or not, you're on the court.
That's what it felt like. Okay, so that's what it felt like. So I don't say anything, and I go home, and I'm kind of giving him an attitude, and he's like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, I just didn't appreciate your comment earlier. And he's like, what? What comment? And I'm like, when I came out of tennis, and I told you I played bad, and you said, well, it's better than working. I was like, I did work today. And he goes, let me explain. He's like, being a golf guy, he's like, that's just what people say on the course. Playing golf, even if you play bad, is better than working. And I'm like,
yes.
So then I don't believe him. And I think he's backpedaling. And I'm like, okay.
So now you're mad over
mad.
the comment, and you have to come down and calm down.
And I did go and look it up, too, because I was like, is he just saying
you
that?
did? You looked it up?
I
Oh, my
did.
God. You are hilarious.
I looked it up.
And it did, right?
Yeah,
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
All right. What was the little argument that you guys had maybe this past weekend or last week that snowballed into something big? Or is somebody still not talking to their partner because of something small that grew into something big? What is your little argument that really grew? Hi, Jen.
Hi, how are you?
We're good. Jen, what started a big argument?
Well, it was a communication issue. He told me that he was going to go do something, and I didn't understand what he said. And he left the house. I told him if he leaves, don't come back. And he left the house, and so we argued all day long over something tiny, and it just snowballed.
Mm-hmm.
Last night he got home, and he's like, I'm home. And I'm like, why?
So is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now. I opened the door and let him in.
Oh, my God. It sounded like you were reluctant, though, Jen. You're like, yeah, it's better now.
I was. Yeah, no, I was. I'm a little reluctant because I'm still a little angry. But
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Sometimes you got to let it go.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for chiming in. We appreciate you. What was a small thing that turned into a big argument?
Well, it actually is literally a small thing. If you shop at Trader Joe's and you've ever bought the little miniature ice cream cones, you know that they're like the perfect dessert.
Uh-huh.
So we usually buy a box, and I've had to resort to buying 2 boxes because we always get into a fight over who gets to eat the last cone. So now I have a box with my name on it, and my husband has a box with his name on it, and he's only allowed to eat his box, and I'm only allowed to eat my box.
That is hilarious. By the way, who puts odds in a box?
Yeah, right.
Like, you can't put odds in there. It can't be 5 ice cream cones.
No, so that's the thing. I eat 1 cone per night. He eats 2 cones per night.
There's where the
So
problem
that's
lies.
not fair.
I love it. And something like that can really tear the marriage apart. Hold on. I want to get Charles in. He's been holding on. Charles, real quick, go ahead. What was the little thing that got you into a big argument?
So me and the wife both play airsoft, and we had been planning to go to this big tournament.
Mm-hmm.
She got called into work. So I go on and go, which was a huge mistake. I get home that Sunday, and she's like, "Did you have fun?" I'm like, yeah. She's like, "Well, I didn't."
I would have liked to go.
Well, and my logic was I had already spent the $60 for the weekend.
Right. You already paid up.
Out the $60 for her.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I going to be out $120 when I can still go?
Right.
And how'd you do, Charles? Did you bring a trophy home?
My team actually did win.
There you go.
good.
Okay, so
Hey,
that's a
then that's
silver
worth it,
lining.
yeah.
Are you guys still kind of on the rocks about it, or is everything okay?
No, we actually went out and played yesterday.
Okay.
And you let her beat you.
Yep.
That is what you got to do.
My son got me thinking.
About?
What movie, particularly what movie scene, always triggers you to cry?
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Do you have one?
Yep,
Or do you
sure
know
do.
mine?
Oh, I know yours too.
Okay.
Yours is Captain Phillips.
Damn Captain Phillips.
Yeah.
The movie with Tom Hanks about the real life kidnapping by the Somalian pirates of, I forget his name, Captain Richard. Mm-hmm. Captain Richard Phillips. And there's the scene at the end of the movie where they take him in after he's been captured and held, hostage. He goes to the nurse, and the nurse doesn't care about like his feelings or his emotions. She's just like, "Is that your blood?" He's like, "I don't know."
She's so matter of fact with him, and he's in shock. And then he just breaks down and cries.
And he starts crying. The minute he starts crying, I start crying every time. In fact, I legit tried not to. Thursday night, it was.
Are you like, I'm going to watch it, I'm not going to cry?
AMC was killing it. They had Forrest Gump, Captain Phillips, right into Castaway, a full, 3 of my favorite Tom Hanks movies, right back to back to back. And so Dean had never watched all of Captain Phillips, so he's watching it. And then Amanda, my wife, comes and sits down, and she goes, "Watch, Dad's going to cry at this scene." I was like, "No, I'm going to try not to." And I looked, Dean starts tearing up, which means it's hitting him. And then Amanda's laughing, and I look, and she's tearing up, and then I just lost it.
Yeah.
What movie is it for you, and what scene in the movie always makes you cry, always gets you? 704-570-9595. What's yours?
So mine is Stepmom with Julia Roberts, Susan Sarandon, and Susan Sarandon has cancer, and she's dying, and Julia Roberts is like the new stepmom coming in. And my dad passed away of cancer. So there is a scene where Susan Sarandon is having a pillow fight with her girls, and they're just having this most magical moment. And I get goosebumps thinking about it, because it's you have to cherish those little moments, but it triggers something in me. And I can't even talk about it right now without crying.
I'm
going to cry now.
You're welting up a little bit. Someone says in Bigfoot Land of the Lost, when the mom dinosaur dies.
Oh my gosh.
Bruce Willis says goodbye in Armageddon before sacrificing himself to save the entire world, and his daughter's crying at the screen. I'll never not cry at that. Someone says Marley and Me, where they can't find Marley.
Do you know, to this day, I refuse to watch Marley and Me, because I know I'll just lose it.
Don't. Somebody just texted in did you just text that? Somebody just texted in at the same exact moment, Marley and Me, I refuse to watch it.
Yep.
Because they go, Owen Wilson says, when the dogs want to die, they don't want to be around their owners. They want to go be by themselves. So they can't find Marley, and you're like, oh, I know exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, that movie was a bill of goods. The trail. Go watch the
It
trailer
looks
for
like
Marley
such
and Me.
a feel-good movie. Then you watch it, and they
Yeah.
pull the rug out from under you.
You think it's going to be Scooby, where it's
Yeah.
like wackiness and craziness with
Yeah.
a dog. The dog dies at the end.
Oh, you just ruined it for everyone. Thank you.
Alone behind a tree, y'all. Our buddy Big Al's here with us this morning. Al, I thought you were joking.
No, I was not playing.
What movie is it that makes you cry?
Hannah Montana, the movie.
Why?
I don't see why it's so funny. That scene was so serious.
No
I'm sorry.
judgment. No judgment. But
Seriously,
like,
no
that's
judgment.
not on our radar.
No,
Yeah.
it just seems like such a kid movie. But I mean, there's kid movies that we cry at too. We
Wait.
just talked about Mufasa dies in The Lion King. That's
Yep.
one. So what scene is it about Hannah Montana for you?
So Miley was trying to obviously live her double life, and her and Travis, the guy from back home who she was trying to date, she was trying to do too much with trying to go get ready for a concert and go on a date with him at the same time, and it just all like it didn't turn out well. The crumble it did not fall right.
The cookie did not crumble in the right
cookie
way.
did not crumble the right way.
Okay.
And it was a little girl who was like watching her as the whole ordeal was going on, and then she done took the wig off. The little girl is crying as she's going in like the walking roundabout. It was just like dramatic and emotional, and I couldn't
I
take
had
it.
no idea. Hi, Hope.
I didn't know Hannah Montana was that deep.
I know. Miley does not get enough credit. She maybe
No.
should have won an Oscar for that role,
Oscar.
according
You said
to
it.
Al.
You said it.
Hope, what gets you? What movie? What scene?
Without a doubt, the Green Mile when they execute Joe Coffey and not just cry. I'm a blubbering mess for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And we're adults. And you know what? Like every single doctor will say it's so healthy to not hold that in. Like if there's something in a movie that gets you, let it out.
Let it out.
The more you try and hold it, the worse it is for you. Thanks, Hope. We appreciate you chiming in. A lot of people are saying, let's see. What did I see? There was they keep getting moved down. What's the one that keeps coming up? P.S. I Love You.
Oh my gosh. I get it. I do get it. But I have a really like sore thorn with this movie. I had a roommate that played P.S. I Love You, no lie, for 7 days straight. She must have watched it twice a day. And I was like, girlfriend, come up for air. We can't do this to ourselves.
Somebody brought up another good one. Forget it. If I watched this today, I would cry. E.T. at the end, the 1982 Spielberg movie E.T. The scientists keep prodding him and like poking him, and you're like, just leave him alone. That's it for me. I felt the same way about Tom Hanks. I'm like, just leave him alone. I got to make a therapy. Siri, sign me up for therapy today at 2 p.m. Don't use these phrases during an argument. But you should use these phrases during an argument. So I got both.
Okay.
Don't. First, we'll do 3 of the don'ts. Don't use this in an argument. Don't say you're completely wrong. A lot of people do that.
Well, what if they're completely wrong?
They're not. There has to be some right to because their grievance that they're coming to you with means that there is something that's so don't say you're completely wrong. All right? This is from your tango. Don't argue with your tango.
All right.
Don't say, I'm not going to listen to you.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't.
These are things you shouldn't say during an argument. And lastly, say something. Don't remain silent.
I am guilty of that sometimes.
Just don't say those 2 things we just told you not to say.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel like silence is great, but it doesn't solve the argument.
No, it does not. And if I am silent, it means I'm done with you and done with a conversation.
All right. Now, if you want to quote win a fight, your tango says use these phrases. You ready for the top 5?
Yes.
I know it's difficult, but I'm here with you.
Okay.
What I hear you saying is...
Our boss does that to me a lot.
Cam or
Cam.
Yeah,
but
she's
I
good.
like that. I like that.
I know because
She says, all right.
you feel heard.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is
Love that.
it's
You're
like
right.
a Jedi mind trick.
I really appreciate you sharing how you feel.
Yeah.
These are things you should say during an argument. How can I support you right now? Oh, Amanda's good at that one. She's good at that one with the kids. Oh, especially with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
If they're having like a little meltdown or they're freaking out, Amanda will get down on their level, like kneel down, and she'll be like, how can I support you right now? What do you need? Do you need to stomp your feet? Do you need to cry? Because you're not going to yell.
Yeah.
You're not going to talk to us that way.
Mm-hmm.
So how can I support you?
I ask my kids if they need a hug.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Or a good cry. Get your cry out like we were just talking earlier. And then lastly, the number one thing you should say to win a fight is, I need some time to process. Which I thought was interesting to be a number one. I see where you're coming from, and I want to solve this together also made the list.
Listen, I just need a few minutes to process the dumb stuff that you just said, and it doesn't work like that? Is it supposed to work like that?
No. But wait, hold on. Let's use it all together. Like I'm going to need some time to process this to figure out how I could support you, but I really appreciate you sharing with me how you feel. What I hear you saying is, I know it's difficult, and I'm here with you.
Right.
Load it all up at once.
You win.
It's a sad, sad moment for so many men and women alike. But as much as the news will say, articles will say, in fact, here's a Bloomberg article that says skinny jeans are making a comeback. The fact of the matter is they're not popular right now. The skinny jean look is out.
I am glad they're coming back.
Well, hold on a minute. My wife, as you know, is a denim expert.
Mm-hmm.
And she just cleaned out her closet, and then we got a custom closet by our friends at Closets by Design, proud sponsor of the Maney LauRen Show here in Charlotte. And when she went to put her clothes back in, I noticed a pile of clothes, and I go, "What's with all these jeans?" She goes, "Those are all the ones that I'm selling." She's like, "They're not in style anymore, babe. Sorry to tell you that your favorite look, the skinny jean, is gone." And I said, "What's it being replaced with?" She goes, "Ultra baggy 90s pants."
Yeah.
The bigger, the baggier, the better for men and women.
It took me so long to jump on that trend. So long. Like 2 years in before I jumped on it.
With the baggy look?
Yeah.
And do you still have your skinnies?
I do still have my skinnies because I feel like skinnies get a resurgence in the wintertime because it's the only thing you can really wear with boots.
Right. That's what somebody was saying in an article I was reading on Us Weekly. And it says skinny jeans are making a comeback, ... But are they? Because according to my wife in this article from Us Weekly, both men and women's skinny jeans are not what you're going to find if you go into a store or you go look online. There might be one small section, but you're not going to have a huge collection. Al is in the studio with us. Big Al Beasy.
I'm here.
Are you a skinny jean wearer?
I am. I feel like not much looks good on me because I'm like 5'7". So like,
yeah, and you didn't live those huge jeans years. You were probably too young back in the early 2000s when that was a thing.
Yeah, and then like
I've
tried.
Yeah,
I've tried
he
recently.
Definitely did not own a pair of Janko jeans.
Who is Janko? What is that?
And what does he want with my jeans?
Yeah. So what are you going to do? And by the way, what are you going to do? We'll do a quick people poll. What are you going to do? Skinny jeans are dead. You're not going to find them in the stores. My wife cleaned out all of her. All you want. I'm telling you, you have to wear the baggy look.
I have been wearing the baggy look, but I wear both.
And are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I do my own thing. You can.
I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm just gonna be by myself over there and on the skinny jeans aisle because I know I'll be looking crazy. I'm looking crazy.
Influenced by trends, it doesn't mean it's Bible.
Talk about it.
Influenced.
I can.
Yeah, but if you can't purchase the product because it's not available, that's going to be the problem. You go into stores, and by the way, the younger generation is like, no. If you had a daughter who was like 15, 16 years old, she'd clean out all your skinny jeans. And then she would take you shopping.
It's okay.
And you would buy really baggy pants. Let's see. Someone texted in and said that the whole look changes constantly. So don't throw any of your jeans out because it goes from skinny to baggy to skinny to baggy to slim to boot cut.
Agreed. Just put them away. Put them in the, Tupperware in the garage or your storage unit.
Pull them back out in a few.
What are you doing specifically? I'm curious about the ladies because I know like for guys it's easy. You go in, you buy a pair of jeans wherever. You don't care what style, what brand.
Unless you live in Nashville.
Get you a nice boot cut.
And
call it a day.
Yeah. Jessica texted in and said, "I'm still wearing my skinnies. Someone else said, just keep doing you. Who cares what you wear? But I'm telling you, my point is that you are not going to be able to find the big selection like you once were able to find.
It's a sad day in America.
Rest in peace, skinny jeans. But Al, go get your big baggies.
Oh, parachute pants.
Now, if you Google skinny jeans and you did like a news search, you're going to find articles where skinny jeans about a month ago said they were making a resurgence. The problem is that you're not going to find the selection in the store like you used to. It's not the top trending jean. It's the big ones, LauRen, the big baggy jeans. But not everybody looks good in that.
No, not everybody does.
And Brooke, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Brooke. So what are you going to do now that the skinny jean fad is not top of the denim look list?
Oh, I'm keeping my skinny jeans. I'm a 5'20" girl, and I don't look good in baggy.
Oh, there you go. So, but will you have a hard time shopping now because they're not going to be there?
Yeah, they're all over Amazon.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You want on there.
That's what I said. I'm like, I'm not, a brand snob when it comes to jeans. Like, I'm good ordering something off Amazon.
You're literally wearing a hat that says snob.
It's a restaurant in Charleston.
Oh.
Slightly north of Broad.
Okay.
Is the restaurant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Brooke, and like I was saying, forget the trends. Like some guys don't look good in skinny jeans because you look like a sausage. You look like you're trying to stuff yourself in. But it depends on your body type. And I know some gals don't like the big baggy jeans, especially if you're on the shorter side.
Yeah, definitely not. I definitely look a lot smaller in a skinny jean since I'm short and fluffy than if I even try to boot cut. I look 15 pounds heavier in a boot cut than I do in a skinny jean.
It's just not fair. Why do we have to have like I said, just know what's in style and you can be influenced by it. But you don't need to pick up every trend if it doesn't work for you.
Okay. All right, Brooke. There you go. You, LauRen, and Big Al can go all shop together.
We will. Let's go, LauRen.
There you go. Have a great day. Got to give a shout out to Robert Massey. He is celebrating his 37th birthday today. Texted us a couple times to wish him a happy birthday. So if you want your happy birthday shout out, you got to text us more than once and you'll get it.
Just wear it out. We'll go, okay, finally.
Yeah. And we got to give a shout out to Amy from Concord, who started listening to the show. She switched over from another show and says that now she listens to us religiously.
Amy, we love you.
She said she used to manage the merry-go-round in Carolina Place Mall. She's 5'11". I like my skinny jeans. Dang it, I'm not big on the baggy jeans.
I get you.
But she says, Al and LauRen, just do you. Do whatever makes you feel good.
She's real.
Yeah. Let's see how real you are, Amy, when it comes to Am I an A-hole?
Okay.
All right. This is where people will text us or DM us and they will say, hey, am I being an a-hole here? Be honest with me. So you guys weigh in. Go ahead, Ren.
And we're brutally honest most of the time. All right. This DM, I'm not going to use her name, but she said, I'm getting married in a month and I asked one of my bridesmaids to wear beige sleeves to cover her tattoos. She has 2 arms full. I asked her if she could hide them because I really want all my girls' pictures to look the same. Well, another bridesmaid said that she's not happy. I asked her to do it, even though she said no problem when I asked her at our fitting.
Yeah, here's the thing. See, you have to invite people to be in your bridal party who you are comfortable with as who they are. Even though I know you're the bride and it's your day and you want people to be a certain way, too many times we've heard that word bridezilla thrown out because they want the perfect day and they're not enjoying their day. They're not enjoying it at all because they're so set on having that perfect moment. Because your bridesmaids got a couple tattoos on their arm, it's going to make you say, hey, can you cover your tats? I don't know if I'm okay with that. I don't know. That would be like, hey, take your earrings out. You're taking away the identity of your bridesmaid, and it's kind of cool to have different bridesmaids in there.
Sure. So I see this kind of 2 different ways. Like if it was over, I don't know, somebody like grandma, and it was more of like an in-person thing, I can kind of see her asking.
You like, oh, my grandma's not comfortable with that, you mean?
No, just like, I don't know. The older generation is like weird when it comes to tattoos.
Yeah.
Like some people lie about and say they have no tattoos. They wear turtlenecks around grandma. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know somebody who did that.
Me too. So I get it if it's more of an in-person thing, but if you're just worried about your pictures, That's what Photoshop's for. Like, if you personally want your girls to all look the same in your album, you can do that privately without involving that person in it.
Yeah, I mean, she said like she just wants them to look uniform.
Yeah.
And look good in
Well,
the
then
pictures.
maybe you should have picked a dress that's long sleeve too.
Yeah, I don't know. How do you guys feel about a bride asking her bridesmaids to look a certain way? Like would you get a haircut?
No, no.
Right?
No.
I mean, would you
I see what
trim
you're
your
saying.
hair?
I see what you're saying.
Like what's the line?
Like, you're not going to dye your hair blonde because you're like, I want all blonde bridesmaids. Well, you should have thought of that before you asked me.
Right. Or you say, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing. You girls in if I do decide that, hey, we're all going to go all blonde. And then the one who says no, you leave them out.
That's a
now,
lot.
in the story, did she say she said it would be okay? Because didn't you say something in there?
Yeah, the
where
friend said she didn't say anything when the bride asked her. She said, yeah, no problem. But she told another bridesmaid that she's upset that she asked in the first place.
That's the truest thing about that DM, because you know they're going to tell you to your face, no big deal. Then they're going to complain to another friend.
See, she needs to be a little more honest about that, though, because if I've been in a place where I've been like, oh, we're going to do it this way, and then we got there, you did it another way, and now I'm looking crazy.
It's like our show.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, I see what you mean. What do you guys say? 704-570-9595. Justin says, don't cover your artwork for anybody. Somebody else says, well, that's kind of what you do when you say you're going to be a bridesmaid. You're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for the bride. You kind of got to do whatever the bride asks.
See, that's why I say, like, I kind of see it, the bridesmaid, too, because it's her wedding. But, you know, would she be willing to get a tattoo to be in her girlfriend's wedding?
Yeah. When picking your bridal party, you accept every part of them. Yeah, don't ask them to be in the party, though. I had a girl with purple hair. I didn't love it, but that's just who she is.
Sure.
That's my point.
Real. That's her.
That's my point. So if you can rethink it, we know you're listening right now. If you can rethink it, maybe tell her, you know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about wearing a sleeve. Just do yourself, girl. Be you, because that's why I want you in my wedding party.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like different personalities. That's so cool. When you're up there and you look over and you're like, look at my friends.
All in one place.
Yeah. I got super, like, she's not going to do anything. That one's so conservative. This one here hates her husband. This one here is a nut. She's going to do everything. And look at Tatty.
Yeah.
Tatty's going to throw down a couple shots at the wedding celebration. So there you have it.